What's up, boy?
Hey,
Welcome to my house. Anthony, come on in, boy.
It's nice in here.
Thank you, thank you. I got a couple of drinks, so we relax, that we can get all the questions and answers flowing. Good. There you go. Got one for myself.
Oh.
What's up, Anthony? Thank you for joining me with I'm Just Saying. I got a few questions I want to go ahead and ask you. The first one being, what was it like growing up, and where are you from originally?
That's actually an interesting question. I'm actually from Mississippi originally. I was a handful, pretty much. I gave my mother a hard ass time.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I was really bad. I talked back. I was one of them kids that used to test my mama for everything. Like,
So you was an all-out bad kid.
horrible ass kid. Like, I didn't. If she said do it, I would do the complete opposite. If she wanted it done, she should shut up and don't say nothing. So, like all my life, I just was kind of rebellious. It was kind of. I think it was kind of like a self-esteem issue that I was dealing with, and so I didn't grow up and mature until I joined the Army.
Right. Now I want to know, what were the steps of you leading up to joining the Army? How did you go about, joining the Army, and what made you do it?
Well, my sister, my oldest sister, she was in the Army as well. So it was kind of like I was following her footsteps, kind of. But when I joined, it was actually a joke. So
It was a joke.
yeah, it was a joke. Because around that time, I'm not gonna lie, I was wild. I was crazy.
Don't joke about the Army, man.
I'm
Like,
serious. I was wild. I was crazy. I was whatever. Like, and it was my first semester of college in 2003, 2004, whatever. And this girl, it was the last day of school. She was like, "You should come down to the recruiting station with me. You should join the National Guard." I was like, "Well, come on then, let's go." I was joking, but I went there with her, and I was talking to the recruiter, and he started talking about money. And I was like, okay.
So the money was
yeah, when they said money, I'm all about my paper. So I did whatever, and I went and took the ASVAB, and I still wasn't really that serious, but I scored really high on the ASVAB, and basically I could get any job that I wanted in the military. So
what really made you do Catfish? What made you put your story out there and share it with everybody to hear and to see? What inside of you sparked that emotion to go ahead and put it out there?
Honestly, I don't even think I'm supposed to tell nobody this, but originally I didn't reach out to Catfish. One of my friends wrote Catfish for me.
I'm just saying exclusive,
Yeah.
baby.
One of my friends wrote Catfish for me because he was like, "I know that dude ain't real. I think he's full of shit." And I was like, "So that's your opinion? I still care about him or whatever." But he wrote, and it wasn't like he was writing as me, he was writing as himself, explaining that he felt like his friend was going through a situation, he was being stupid or whatever, naive. And they contacted me, and I thought it was a joke. So when they contacted me, I was like, okay, well, if this is who you say you are, well, why can't we Skype? And Neve Skyped me. And I was like, okay, so this is serious. So if they're willing to do this for me, I may as well go on through that process. So basically, they told me to write a letter myself explaining the situation that I was going through. And that's how that started.
Not to be messy or nothing, but word on the street is there's a certain video of you on the internet of doing a song. I don't know. What's that about?
Honestly, originally, I recorded the video and I sent it to somebody. And who hasn't took a picture, sent it to somebody, did something like that. But clearly, it didn't work. Me and the person got into a heated ass argument, and they posted it on Tumblr.
Okay.
So when they posted it on Tumblr, I was like, when I seen it, it had been reposted so many times. And it pissed me off so bad. But I was like, you know what? People still like it, so you really ain't hurt me. So I guess instead of me just going off on him or trying to argue with him, I reposted it. I didn't save it and repost it. I just clicked repost and then I commented on it. Is that the best you can do? Is that all you can do to hurt me or whatever? And that's how the picture was connected with me. But originally, he posted the picture and he posted the video. Now, I do have a couple of other pictures that only show like just silhouettes and stuff like that I posted myself because I like to edit photos and stuff like that. But the pictures that I posted myself are in good taste.
All right, now I know everybody's, got their booking information online, and I see that you style, you model, and you promote. Is this something that you really do, or is it just for entertainment?
I just do it just for fun. Like, it's not like a career or anything because my income, I'm a phlebotomist.
Okay.
Full time, and I'm also 100% disabled. As far as me promoting and styling and like modeling, that's just like freelance stuff. That's just something I like to do myself. It's fun and it keeps me busy in my spare time because I'm not really big on like the club scene and stuff like that. Yeah, I go out, but I only go out socially. That's it. So anything that I do, like promoting, styling, modeling, that's just for fun.
And lastly, I know you got a huge amount of fans out there online. They seen you on Catfish, and they kind of want to know, can we expect more stuff from you on TV in the future? Like, is this something we can get used to seeing Anthony on TV?
Well, right now I am working on doing something that I can't really speak about. Like, I really can't. I can't talk about it until it's actually confirmed.
Okay.
So as far as that goes,
but
that's in the working.
The first person that you hit up when it is ready.
Sure, I will.
Okay.
But other than that, like honestly, one of the things that I'm really focusing on right now is trying to be a positive person, like a positive influence, because I've noticed just with this experience, a lot of people have reached out to me. Like a lot of people have issues, like self-esteem issues, and a lot of people have been through the situation that I've been in, and a lot of people, like from male, have low self-esteem and bullying and stuff like that. Like that, you never know what that may cause a person. That might cause a person to commit suicide or some shit like that. So even though I'm still upset with Ramel and I don't respect him for what he did to me, I still understand why he did it, because he's in a bad headspace and he's not comfortable with who he is. And I actually read about it, and it's like 80% of the world's population has self-esteem issues like that. And it's sad because, so many people are fucked up in the head just because of what other people say about them or the view of other people. Like, it's honestly, myself, I grew up caring too much about what other people thought about me, and it fucked me up in the head. So now I just don't care. I don't care what nobody else think about me. Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of compliments or whatever, but that don't faze me. If you say anything positive or negative to me, neither one of them phases me, because I myself, I have to know how I feel about me before anybody else. So I just want other people to understand that and realize that and feel the same way that I feel about me.
That's great.
And that's one thing that I'm trying to do right now. And I don't know exactly how to do it or how to reach out to people, but I'm working on it. So
that's great. Big ups to that, man. Love the positiveness. One more thing, not to backtrack, but have you contacted or been in any type of contact with Ramel since the show?
Actually, I just did last week, and the only reason why I hit him up is because I was reading like all the stuff that people have been posting on his Facebook and stuff like that, and I know his heart. Like, I know he is a sweet person. He do some fucked up shit. He do a lot of lying and stuff like that, but I still know who he really is. So I reached out to him and I talked to him, and he was mad because he was, he feels like they portrayed him poorly, but honestly, I don't know how else he expected to be portrayed. But I just wanted to reach out to him because I didn't know what headspace he was in, and he really is in a bad headspace. So I feel like it would help him, for me, of all people, to reach out and talk to him and just let him know that I do forgive him, and not to worry about what nobody else says and anything like that. And of course, what I say to somebody else, it's not gonna stop people from messing with him. But of course, if I'm okay with him, he'll feel better still at the end of the day. So.
Now, I have a few questions that your fans sent me, some stuff they want to know. We'll just go ahead and talk about it real quick. At Mayan_down wants to know, what was the first thing you thought when Booger Bear stepped down those stairs? And how do you feel about people calling the episode Timon Meets Pumbaa? I never heard that before, but that's hella funny. Timon Meets Pumbaa. How you feel about that?
Well, My facial expression kind of said it all, because when he stepped down and he was introducing himself, I gave this look like, oh Lord, here we go with this shit. Like I couldn't hide it. Like, but I really didn't know what to think because I had already seen him. I already knew what to expect. But at that moment, I just wanted to come up those little 3 stairs and just start fighting. But I just couldn't do that. TV, but I couldn't do that because that's exactly what people was expecting.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for
a black gay man. Everybody was already expecting all that. I didn't want to be that.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we got another one. At DNice1985, of course he wants to know, are you still single and goddamn it, are you looking? If you are.
I am single, unfortunately. And
what's unfortunate about that?
Because being single is kind of boring. And of course, nobody wants to just be alone. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much what it is. And I'm not looking. I'm open-minded to the fact, but I figure if I look for it, then I'm not gonna find it. I feel like if I'm supposed to get it, if I deserve it, or if it's meant to be, it'll come to me. So as far as like people hitting me up and stuff like that, trying to talk to me, I haven't been responding or anything like that because when that time comes, it'll happen. So.
Big deal. Cool. All right, and the last question that we have is from Big_Dreamer2013. How are you dealing with your sudden fame? Because everyone across the country knows you. And that's a question I kind of want to know too.
It's actually weird because still to this day, I don't realize how many people have seen it, like have saw me and stuff like that. I haven't come into realization. I see so many messages coming at me and so many people approaching me, and I can't even go in the mall without people approaching me. But still, I feel like, oh, Catfish, it's just a little show. Ain't nobody, don't nobody watch that. But clearly they do. But I really haven't been paying attention because I don't want to see any negativity. So I've been trying to ignore reading stuff. So I only want to see positivity coming from this. So that's the reason why I haven't really seen much of, this fame that people are calling out for.
It's there, man. It's there.
Well, I just want it to be positive. I just don't want nothing negative to come out of it. And it's hard because you already know in this lifestyle, it's always gonna be negative. Like no matter what you do, they're gonna always find something negative to say or something negative to pull up or throw at you or something like that. Like I've heard so much stuff over the past week about myself that I didn't even know. I've heard so much stuff that people have put on me presently that I did in my childhood. Like I'm about to be 28. And people are bringing stuff that I did at like 15 and 16, which has nothing to do with me now.
I think that's the biggest thing in this lifestyle. Right. When you do get a platform and then when people are aware of you, they'll, start talking about you and making up things that you didn't even know about yourself, supposedly. But it's just great that I see you have a head strong head on yourself and you're maintaining everything. So,
well, that's how you gotta be. Because if you constantly let people bring you down, that's where you're gonna be, down. On the floor. So.